Hello everybody and welcome to the KeyBank Center here in Buffalo, where the Tampa Bay Lightning have to win out the rest of their games in the second round series if they want to book a date to the Eastern Conference Final. On the other side, in the blue and yellow, the Buffalo Sabres have an opportunity to get back to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time in a long time, as a shot there by Hagel. Steered aside by Luukkonen. He's the starting goaltender here at Game 5 in the white with the blue pants. And Thompson will send this down behind Andrei Vasilevskiy. As it's played over to Hagel. Works his way in. A good hit. As now Bowen Byram has got the puck here. A live barn here in Buffalo with an opportunity to have a date with the Washington Capitals, who have punched their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals. Here's Benson getting Buffalo's first shot on net. It's a pad stop there by Vasilevskiy. Now it's Cirelli taking a bump. Dahlin plays it back. Byram in the middle. Benson lost it. Dahlin on the puck now for Buffalo. He's had a good series here, physical and killing penalties. Here's Alex Tuch now. Works his way in. Pumps the brakes. Feeds it over to Kesselring. Buffalo came back, down by 2 in game number 4, won in overtime to take the 3-1 series lead. Here's a turnover. Zucker in, shoots and scores! The Buffalo Sabres have scored first in 4 of the 5 games in this series, and it's Jason Zucker gets the Sabres off and running here in Game 5.
Colin, this is one where Vasilevskiy is going to want this one back. Great turn. Zucker, the veteran, knows he's got Gonçalves, who's a forward, on his back. He makes an extremely good pivot away from him, and then the shot hits the blocker, hits the pad, and trickles in.
So Buffalo scores about 6 minutes into this first period as Doan feeds up over to Quinn, feeds it back to Zucker with another shot. Saved by Vasilevskiy again, and he will hold on and get a whistle. Cernak works the puck away. Zucker is there. Quinn will help him out. And now it's played back to Kesselring. Feeds it over to Doan. Back to the middle to Quinn. Back to Doan. Doan holds it and waits. Nice move from Josh Doan with a shot. Saved by Vasilevskiy. And Zucker was right there on the doorstep.
Much better start for the Buffalo Sabres here in Game 5. Game 4, they just looked a little nervous. But Lindy Rev said that they all recognized their start in Game 4 was poor. On the road, they want a good start here in Game 5, and that's what we're getting here in Buffalo.
There's Girgensson trying to work his way in, and it's always tough to start on the road, especially in a loud building like this one in Buffalo, but then to be down 1 early is always tough. Here's a pass down low to McLeod out in front, and another good stop there by Vasilevskiy. Good forecheck by McLeod. He couldn't get the puck, and now here comes Gage Gonçalves now trying to work his way in, but Garrick is back for Buffalo, and you'll send it around to Shen, who doesn't like his option, sends it back to Carrick, but Girgensson is there. Good work, but turned away, and Krebs almost sent McLeod in all alone. This is off the wall. Look at McLeod, watch out! And a shot stopped there by Vasilevskiy, as he will hold on. 9:40 to go. Wait a minute, here we go! Ryan McLeod and Ryan McDonough. The Ryans are going to drop the mitts right at the side of the Tampa Bay Lightning bench, and McLeod is giving it to McDonough here, and the crowd erupts as McLeod knocks McDonough down, and now we have ourselves a Game 5. You're watching the 2026 simulation of the Stanley Cup playoffs here on Flow Hockey and YouTube.
Fired up. It's a Stanley Cup playoffs. Most exciting playoffs out there. A 2-month roller coaster filled with sudden deaths, good old-fashioned chaos, and a beauty we call Jesus. There's action on the ice and in the studio. Every series is a statement. And everyone, it's their shot at the cup.
Why is everyone so fired up?
It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. The most exciting playoffs out there. A 2-month roller coaster with certain deaths.
We're about ready to go here for puck drop. There it is, and it's onto the stick of Crozer. Plays it back over to Brendan Hagel, who may have a step around Byram. Good shot steered aside there by Luukkonen, who's only faced 2 shots. Byram's going to draw a penalty here, so now Buffalo, who's got the first goal of the game, will head to the power play as Nikita Kucherov gets called for the cross-check on Bowen Byram.
Not a penalty Kucherov wants to take. Not at all.
Paige Thompson will line in with Benson and Tuck on the forward side of things for Buffalo. Tampa needs a big kill here in this first period. They win the faceoff. Nick Paul is now on it. Feeds it over to Perry, who will work his way in. Stripped away from the puck. And now Thompson feeds it over to Kesselring. Across to Benson, who will hold. And he'll wait. And this time he'll set it up. Owen Power. Back to Benson. Across. Back to Power with a shot to hit a stick. Tuck. Power. Benson. Back to Power. Here's the 1-2. And they score! Owen Power buries it over Buffalo. It's his third of the postseason. And they've opened up a 2-goal lead here in Game 5.
Well, the same thing Tampa did in the first period at home for Game 4. Opening up a 2-goal lead early. And this one on the power play for Owen Power. It's him and Benson just working the puck up top as Tampa doesn't like giving anything down in the slot. And this is a perfectly placed, perfectly timed one-timer by Owen Power.
And now John Cooper's boys starting to feel a little bit like the Buffalo gentlemen did in Game 4.
Well, the problem is Tampa's got their backs against the wall now. It's kind of funny, this is what Washington did to New York.
It's gone Galvez, feeds over to Holmberg, and a great chance right after the Buffalo goal for the Holmberg line to answer back. Here comes Jason Zucker. He got the score and started off. Save rebound, and it got sent out in the middle of the ice, and Buffalo couldn't corral it.
Buffalo just looks dominant right now.
They're going to ice this puck here. As Lindy Ruff says Vasilevsky touched it before the whistle. But we will get a face-off down the Buffalo end. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen makes his first best stop of game number 5. Holmberg in all alone, and Luukkonen stayed square to him. Made a great stop with the right pad.
He's made a couple of those really nice stops in Game 4 and now in Game 5 with the pads. He's been very good, very active with those.
Tampa won the face-off, but couldn't get a shot on net as the goal scorer Power will rim it around the wall to Quinn. Feeds it up onto the stick here of Josh Doan. He's been a difference maker here in the postseason. Feeds it back to Quinn. Cycles it down low. Zucker is there to help out. Quinn down low to Zucker as those two battle Radish and his defenseman partner Victor Hedman. Back over to Cirelli. Byram hits Cirelli, but a drop pass to Kucherov played away by Dahlin. This one will be another icing for Buffalo as it's touched up there by Hedman. We'll get another face-off down in the Sabre end.
Just taking a look at Dahlin's numbers there, brought to you by Angelis IQ. Oh, there's a great stop.
Really good stop there by Luukkonen. He played the puck out. Byram is on it. And now he'll play it up over to Krebs, who gets the puck deep for Buffalo.
Sorry, just looking at Dahlin's numbers there. He's got 8 points in the postseason, all assists.
There's a shot by Nick Paul and a steered aside stop there by Luukkonen. Paul again with a shot, turned away. Back to Paul again. Here to side, and now Mallinson has got it.
So I was saying 8 points, I meant 4 points, and they've all been assists.
Here's a great work there by Carrick, who feeds it back to Darlene. Across the Byram with a shot, and that's off of Vasilevsky's arm and out of play.
Just so crazy how Buffalo can get a scoring chance like that off of a nothing burger play, and they get a scoring chance good save by Vasilevsky.
Tampa's won every faceoff except for that one right there. Stanley back up top to Benson, who will hold. He's so shifty when he gets the puck. Feeds it back over to Shetton with a shot. It hit a body and went high. Hedman now on it. Tampa just trying to get out of the first period. As here comes James. Nice lead. Back to James. Oh my! What a save by Luukkonen right at the horn to keep this a 2-goal game. Holy Nakanoka, Pekka Luukkonen. Owen Power has got the Buffalo Sabres up by 2 here in the first period.
Trophy finalist for Best Defender in the NHL. Rasmus Dahlin, Hansen, go ahead.
Dolls, it's Ace. We're just kind of talking on the desk about how you guys are so efficient in the back end. 9 total goals from the D-men. Is this something you guys talk about internally in the room, or you're just taking what the game is giving you?
Yeah, I mean, we have so many skilled defensemen on our roster, so it's a huge part of our game. We have good forwards that covers for us too, so it's great.
Dolls, it's Biz here. I thought you guys did a lot better job last game of generating 5-on-5, especially in that first period. How do you continue that against this Montreal team who rolls 4 lines and has success doing it also playoffs?
I mean, I think we got to continue to play fast through the neutral zone, and then we have to get pucks below the goal line. That's when we have success in 5-on-5.
Hey Rasmus, Chris Chelios here. I'm not used to having a brace of Swedish players that I've played with over the years. Alf Samuelsson comes to mind, Thomas Holmstrom, but you've kind of emerged as this abrasive, agitating, and during the regular season, it's almost like a switch hit. And I don't know if after the general manager was switched, if he was a player, a coach, or anyone that spoke to you guys, but you became this physical presence yourself. And is it something that you guys take pride in? And is it tough for you to be that villain, or do you enjoy that role?
No, that's how I've been playing my whole career. We just have more ice on us right now, so I think a guy like Benson, Samuelsson, like everybody plays with grit, so it's fun that people get to see it now.
Rasmus, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
That was the boys talking to Rasmus Dahlin. Second period here in Buffalo, about ready to kick off as Kimmy Sutherland will drop the puck, and we are underway for period number 2. A 2-0 Buffalo lead here in Game 5. They lead the series 3-1 and are trying to set a date for Washington and Buffalo. Eastern Conference Final. Here's a turnover, and now Dahlin jumps to a loose puck. Rasmus Dahlin, and a good save there by Vasilevsky.
What a hit by Benson is forcing Vasi to make this stop. What a play by Zach Benson to come in and grab that puck off of a tough area down in the corner.
Face-off one there by Tampa Bay. Thompson with a big hit in the corner as well. Here's Brennan Hagel. Nice feed to Kucherov, saved by Luukkonen. Tuck now has the puck.
Luukkonen looks really confident tonight, Colin. Looks really, really good.
Played away, and now here's McDonough working his way in. Back to Kucherov. Cernak tried to feed one more, one too many passes, and now here comes the youngster, Zach Benson. Pumps the brakes, holds, skates around the circle, a backhand shot. Stepped there by Vasilevsky as he fought that one off. Power tried to chip it back over to Doan as Holmberg gets the puck out. Here's Gore jumping onto a loose puck, and Kesselring dumped him to the ice. Kesselring tries to get it out. Good forecheck there by Nick Paul again. For Tampa Bay, he's been all over the forechecking side of things. And a turnover now. Benson will play it up over to Power, who switches the ice to Tuck, steps over the blue line, a shot save there by Vasilevsky. Now a turnover. Power now in. Fires a shot and another stop by Vasilevsky.
Just a little replay there of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen saving and back on the other end. Goaltenders are battling now. You gotta think Vasilevsky's probably in his own head saying, I can't give up one more.
As Luukkonen looks so good back down in the Buffalo end. Gonna put some pressure on the Cat. Here's a turnover for Doan. Here comes Josh Doan, saved by Vasilevsky. Quinn to Doan. Plays up top to Shen, back to Stanley, and he shoots. It was turned aside. Lilleberg will dump this puck in. Stanley plays it over to Shen. Both of these two gentlemen came over to Buffalo in that Winnipeg deal. This here's Quinn now. Works his way in. Holds, will wait. Now he'll chip it down low to Zucker. Zucker takes his time, plays over to McLeod. Here's Shen from the point. And a stop there by Vasilevsky with 10:34 to go here in the second period of play. Faceoff again won by Tampa. They've been very good in the faceoff dot here all series long. Here's a big hit. A turnover. Carrick works his way in. A shot blocker save. Vasilevsky. Hedman will skate this one out. Plays it over to Gage Gongalves in the middle. Broken up by a collision, and now Krebs will play it up over to Shen. 3-on-1 for the Lightning. Shen tries to play it over. A good stick by Hedman knocks the puck away. 8:49 to go here in the second period of play. Shen with a big hit on Kucherov along the wall. Holmberg plays it back over to Gongalves. Holds the puck. Waits. Good work there by Dahlin on the stick. And he will feed it up over to Mallinson. Back onto the stick of Greenway. Fires a shot. Oh, not there by Vasilevsky. And he will hold on. 2-0. Buffalo leads it. They have a 3-1 series lead. You're watching the 2026 simulation of the Stanley Cup playoffs on Flow Hockey and YouTube.
All it does is take. And sooner or later, it takes you over. It takes every breath. It takes your body. One night, it'll take your dream. The next night, it will take someone else's. It takes. Just when you have nothing left, it gives.
Face off to the left of Andrei Vasilevsky. It's won there by Lightning. Turnover, Greenway! Right off the post! It bobbled off of his stick for a minute. And Greenway will now force another turnover. What a shift by the big man! Here's a shot, gets blocked away. Byram, back onto the stick of Greenway, fires a shot, saved away. Danforth cycles it down low. He gets the puck back, up top, Greenway shoots! Another tip off the iron. Good shift here from the Mallinston line. He'll play it over to Byram, fires, and it's tipped away.
Tampa's got to get out of the zone here.
Mallinson with the turnover, and Hagel will get this puck out, and he's pressured by three Buffalo Sabres. He stays on it, though, and a good hit there by Dahlin. Danforth in the middle. Mallinston is on it. He's got Benson with him, but he decides to shoot it.
Good stop by Vasilevsky. Good hold there by Tampa.
Perry takes a big hit there by Power, and he'll play it up over to Thompson. Tampa wanted an offside. They're not going to get it. Thompson across here's Kesselring, and a save by Vasilevsky. His best stop of the night.
Buffalo's coming in waves. Gotta look out.
As now a stoppage in play finally, as we will get a whistle. Zach Benson laying the body on Victor Hedman.
Right before that shift, the Tampa Bay Lightning are under siege with the Buffalo Sabres just pouring on the pressure.
Now a turnover, and now here comes Alex Tuck. He works his way in, drives the net. Oh my! Holy! Leski got a pitch, but Power scores! Owen Power! His second of the night! And the Buffalo Sabres have increased their lead by 3.
Great work there by Buffalo to stay on the puck. They're under siege. Tampa's under siege, but it's just so good for Buffalo. Right now they're just pouring the pressure on at the end of the second period.
Shots are 22-9. Vasilevsky has made a couple of 10-bell saves here in the second period. But his team now is down by 3. Here's a pass to Cruiser. And a good save there by Luukkonen. Now Benson behind the D's. Only got 6 seconds. Zach Benson! Stopped by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me? As the period winds down, Andre Vasilevsky take a bow as he makes that stellar stop on Zach Benson. Owen Power doubles down. He's got another one. It's 3-0 Buffalo going into the third period of a tough Game 5.
Old Spice Super Hydration keeps me 24/7 moisturized and smells like a Fiji vacation.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, what
Listen,
a game!
I felt slightly bad for Minnesota last night.
3-0 in the first period,
game
and
in the hand.
Foligno's scoring, and it's like, wow,
and
here
they
we
get
go.
a goal called back and still find a third goal.
Yes.
So really, Blackwood got beat 4 times in that, and then they pull them, and then you could just see Colorado start to.
Well, they
had 10 shots on goal after.
Exactly. Like the second and third period, Minnesota just never got any attack, and it was almost as if you could hear them, Colorado, say, we're not going back to Minnesota.
Not getting on the bird.
It's not, because I was thinking about our confirm or deny the other day, where we had a confirm or deny. Will anyone push Colorado to a Game 6?
Yeah.
And after the first period, I'm thinking, yeah, I guess Minnesota, to their credit, said we're not going down without a fight.
Yeah.
And then of all guys, Brett Kulak wins it in overtime, which is just a wild OT winner.
This Netchus, man, he's a player. Netchus is a player. He's a driver. Like, as much as McKinnon can skate and, Makar from the back end, Netchus is all over the ice.
What a crazy, set of events when you think Rantanen is I still think the best of them all, but maybe Natchez is as good. Like, maybe that's what you're suggesting.
That's what I'm suggesting. It's just a different player. Like, I think Natchez might fit that mold, the way that they like to play, better than Rantanen right now, because Natchez is a burner, where Rantanen is a big, strong, the Moose. His nickname is the Moose or whatever it is.
Yeah, but such a playoff performer,
unbelievable.
Rantanen.
But it was a lateral move, but Natchez just. I've watched him live several times this year and watched him a lot, obviously. That Natchez is a burner. He could skate.
Yet all of them are happy because Stankoven's been great in Carolina.
Agreed.
So, Rantanen,
Dallas
Carolina to Dallas. Of course, Dallas is like, man, we got him for, 7 more years at $12 million, and he's a great player.
Yeah.
And he was phenomenal in the playoffs for them last year. He was injured, down the stretch this year. But, yeah, I think all parties are pretty happy. And Colorado's through. I don't know who's going to slow them down. I think Vegas has a better chance than Anaheim, with all due respect.
Minnesota's a hell of a team, and to a man, they all said afterwards, they were just better.
Yeah, the Quinn Hughes deal, I'm doing that 10 days out of 10.
Yeah.
They still have him for another year. They're going to do everything they can to sign him long term. They got 5 playoff wins.
Yeah, I read that too.
5 more than Vancouver.
And now,
in the end, 5 more wins than Vancouver.
What they're praying is he extends.
Yeah.
And then you've got Quinn Hughes and
totally.
But that team, Minnesota's not far off. The goalie's 22, and he looked 22 near the end of the game. He did look a little bit overwhelmed. You got to give credit to Colorado.
They were wave after wave.
It was I thought with 4 minutes left, I'm like, Minnie might pull this off 3-1. And like you said, Colorado's like, we're not getting on that plane. The minute that McKinnon scored, they might as well, like, Minnesota should have just said, like...
Felt inevitable at that point.
Oh, it did. And even Kaprizov in overtime there, he's got a 2-on-1. He's force-feeding that pass 80 feet across the ice, and they don't get a shot on goal. It goes the other way, and that's curtains. Like, Colorado is serious, man. Like, I still believe what you said yesterday. Like, I think Carolina's going to give them everything. Like, I think... It looks inevitable that those two teams, unless somebody surprises us, because I'll tell you what, don't sleep on this Habs or Buffalo team. Like
Big one tonight in Buffalo.
Yeah, boys. Big one in Buffalo tonight. Game 5. Third period about to get underway here in Sabre Nation. And they are up handedly 3-0 in this hockey game.
Cooper's going to need to find something in his team, and his intermission talk, it better have been the best one he's ever made.
It has been all Buffalo, all Game 5 long. And they're 19 minutes away from booking their ticket to the Eastern Conference Final. Kucherov with a shot. He's going to be one of the men here in Tampa that will not let that slide. As he gets in on the forecheck, Dahlin and Thompson trying to help it out. Thompson does get the puck out, and he'll field it up over to Alex Tuch. Pumps the brakes. Stops on it, on a dime. Nice move to Bowen Byram, a shot high, and fought away there by Vasilevsky. Tampa can't accept that pass, and now it's played back onto the stick of Alex Tuch, who will go behind his net back to Bowen Byram. Onto the stick of Dahlin, over the red line and deep for the Sabres.
If you're Buffalo, do you play this safe, try to get yourself a ticket, or do you go for more offense and risk giving up something in the D zone?
I think you just keep playing your game if you're Buffalo, and good things will come. I mean, you're playing a good game as of right now. There's Zucker with a shot, and a bouncing puck slides into Vasilevsky. He'll keep it moving for Hedman, as that's something Tampa wants. They don't want to slow the game down here in the third period, as Buffalo will take every whistle they possibly can get, keep their guys fresh. Pass over to Doan, who will chip it into the corner and keep that puck 200 feet away from their own net.
I really like this Josh Doan line. Donor, Zucker, and Quinn. They've been very, very good.
Hall goes head-to-head against this line. There's a pass out in front, and it's broken up there by Carrick. Buffalo makes it to the Eastern Conference. They'll have home ice against the Capitals. And if it's Capitals and Tampa, maybe Capitals get home ice. I haven't really looked at it, but I think both teams finished third. Here's Dominic James now in for Tampa, A shot saved there by Luukkonen. Pass out in front! And James with another great chance and another stop by Luukkonen.
Good work there by Tampa, getting into those dirty areas for Buffalo. This is what happens when Buffalo sits on a lead.
There's a shot there by Krebs, and it looks like the McLeod line doesn't want to sit on a lead. Here comes Ryan McLeod, a shot saved there by Vasilevsky, as he will hold on. Buffalo still leads it 3-0 here in the third period, 9:45 to go, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen trying to send his team to the Eastern Conference Final. We're back here in Buffalo for the final 9 minutes, 45 seconds, and potentially the Tampa Bay Lightning series. There's a shot stopped there by Vasilevsky again, and
one thing that Tampa is doing really well is clearing bodies out front, letting Vasilevsky see it, but this fourth line of Mallinston, Danforth, and Greenway are having themselves quite the game 5. Stanley will send it down low. Danforth out in front to Mallinston. Broken up there by Galvez. Greenway and Danforth spin off a shot. A good glove save by Vasilevsky again, and forced to cover it up as well.
Really good work here from Buffalo. They're just battling, getting shots on net, keeping that puck deep, and that clock's just ticking away on the Lightning.
Radish up to Kucherov. Got to think Vasilevsky's heading to the bench here shortly. With 7 minutes to go, down by 3. Here's a pass. Hagel! Good save by Luukkonen. Shen plays up over to Greenway, who stops up Danforth, sends it down low, can't get it. And now here's Logan Stanley jumping into the rush. Backhand shot, smothered by Vasilevsky, and he'll hold on again for a whistle.
Just really good zone entries by Buffalo. They've got 31 shots. Just pouring everything at the net. It's resulted in the 3 goals, but their forecheck is so good.
There it is again. Thompson across to Byram. The shot blocked as Tuck couldn't get it down low. Benson will cycle it. Tuck skates up along the wall. Darlene waits. Wrister tipped it front by Benson. And it was so close to trickling over the line. Yanni Gord now in for Tampa Bay. A shot. Save. Rebound. And Luukkonen will cover it for Buffalo.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is just looking dialed in here for Game 5. That's a tough stop, but he's made a couple of big ones. This being one of his best right there on the glove hand. Couple of big saves after saves. He's been very good here tonight. One called upon on the 15 shots against.
The other thing that you have to consider, right, Bob, and tell me, correct me if I'm wrong, but when your team's supplying all the shots and you only get a couple, it's hard to stay in the game. Here's a shot that beats him, but not the post, and now he sits on it and will create another whistle.
It's tough, right? It's tough to stay in the hockey game, but when you have an opportunity to close the series out, it's gonna be pressure no matter what.
Perry overskates it, and now Power tries to send it up. Turned over, and now here comes Johnny Gord, beating the D, a pass, drop back, and just sliding off his stick. Tampa pouring on the pressure. The shot from Paul, steered aside, Doan will kick it up. Quinn gets it, seams it in the middle to Zucker. Nice move here by Jason Zucker on the backhand. 2:20 to go. Vasilevsky remains in the net for Tampa Bay. Steered aside, a shot from the point, blocked. Minute 50 to go. They finally get some pressure. What a block by Quinn. Here's another chance. Turned away there by Doan, and it's out the ice. Zucker will send it down for Buffalo. Buffalo gets a change. Some fresh skaters on. It's the McLeod line with Krebs. Turned away there by Stanley. Up the wall. Buffalo is a minute away, and this puck is sent down the ice. It's going to be icing for Buffalo here with 45 seconds left of the period. Vasilevsky to the bench. 6 on 5 for Tampa Bay. McLeod wins it. Shen gets the puck. He gets stripped from it. James can't get it in the middle. Now he does. Littleberg saved there by Luukkonen. 35 seconds to go. Shen to Carrick. Connor Carrick, an empty net. No, Vasilevsky's still in there. Carl will play it up over to Littleberg. Works his way in. Poked away. They're not even pulling Vasi. Here's McLeod. Fires a shot. They can't really pull him. Crozer hit there by Krebs. McLeod cycles it down low. Krebs trying to pull the trigger, can't. Shen's got it. Drags it in the middle, and he just missed the net. 5 seconds. Take it away, Buffalo.
As the Buffalo Sabres have booked their ticket to the Eastern Conference Final. One more face-up, and we'll let the fans take this one away here in Buffalo. The Buffalo Sabres have punched their ticket to the Eastern Conference Final and have set a date against the Washington Capitals. A remarkable win for the Buffalo Sabres on home ice against the Tampa Bay Lightning as the handshakes. The two goaltenders take a look at each other. What a crowd here in Buffalo. What a Game 5 in Buffalo this was. Vasilevsky made save after save, but he couldn't outmatch Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen down at the other end. The Buffalo Sabres and the Washington Capitals have a date, and it's called the Eastern Conference Final. Winner of that plays for the Stanley Cup. For myself, Bob Sutherland, and everyone else who partaked in this game here today, we appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching the 2026 Simulation Series here on YouTube and Flow Hockey. We will see you in the Eastern Conference Finals.